Welcome to the Global WarWatch Network. For 100 years, the deadliest weapon in the ocean has been the one you can't see. But what if that's all about to change? Today, we're looking at a technology that could literally light up the deepest, darkest parts of the sea, and in the process, turn a century of naval strategy completely on its head.
Yeah, you heard that right. That is the claim that's sending shockwaves through naval commands around the world. We are talking about a fleet of robot subs that don't just swim around by themselves. No, they hunt together like a pack. And this isn't some far-off sci-fi movie plot. This is a very real plan that could completely rewrite the rules of undersea warfare.
Okay, so let's break this down. What exactly is this Wolfpack? Well, it's Beijing's ambitious project to build a whole new class of what they call extra-large unmanned underwater vehicles, or XLUUVs. And let me tell you, these are not your little hobby drones. We're talking about a huge step up in autonomous naval tech, designed to project power in a way we've, frankly, never seen before.
And what are they supposed to do? Well, the mission is pretty wild. The idea is for these things to patrol really strategic, often disputed waters for months on end, all while carrying some serious firepower. But here's where it gets really controversial. They're potentially being designed for one-way kamikaze missions. Think about that. That means the AI could be making the final call on a lethal strike with no human in the loop.
So to really get why this is such a game changer, we kind of have to go back to basics. We need to look at the tech that makes all of this possible. So let's talk about what an autonomous underwater vehicle actually is. So at its heart, an AUV, an autonomous underwater vehicle, is basically a robot submarine without a leash. It's got its own onboard brain, its own computers, that let it navigate and do its thing without a human pilot at the controls. This is the fundamental piece of the puzzle, the building block for this whole Wolfpack idea.
Now, not all AUVs are created equal. They come in a few different flavors. For instance, you've got these biomimetic ones. They're literally designed to look and move like fish or other sea creatures. Why? For amazing agility, letting them get into really tight spots.
Then you have the gliders. These guys are the marathon runners of the AUV world. They use wings and changes in buoyancy to just glide through the water for months at a time, silently collecting tons of data over huge areas.
But for what we're talking about today for this Wolfpack, the go-to design is the classic torpedo shape. And there's a good reason for that. It's a great all-arounder. It's powerful. And this is the big one. You can build them big. Big enough to pack in all the sophisticated sensors and, yeah, the weapons you need for a mission like this.
So you can see right here, it's all about trade-offs. Gliders give you that incredible endurance. The biomimetic designs give you agility. But that torpedo shape, that hits the sweet spot. It gives you the balance of speed, depth, and payload that you absolutely need if you're building a military hunter-killer drone.
Okay, but here's the thing. One of these drones, even a really powerful one, isn't the whole story. That's not what has people so concerned. The real kicker, the Wolfpack idea, is getting a bunch of them to work together as a single, coordinated swarm. And let me tell you, that is an absolutely massive challenge.
The fancy engineering term for this is formation control. And it's exactly what it sounds like. It's the science of getting a group of robots to move in formation, to keep their spacing, and act like one big, single entity, whether they're scanning an area or closing in for the kill.
But trying to do this underwater? Man, it is insanely hard. I mean, think about it. Radio waves are useless down there, so you have to use sound. The problem is, sound in water is terrible for communication. It's slow, it gets warped, it bounces off everything, and the ocean is a noisy place. That analogy about having a conversation in a hurricane, it's pretty spot on.
Just look at this multipath problem, for example. When one drone sends out a signal, a ping, it doesn't just travel in a neat, straight line to the other drone. Nope. It bounces off the surface, it bounces off the seafloor, and it arrives at the receiver as a jumbled, garbled mess of echoes. Now imagine trying to coordinate a high-speed hunt when that's the kind of information you're working with. It's a total nightmare. So that begs the question, right? With all these communication problems, how on earth could a swarm of drones possibly hunt the sneakiest thing in the entire ocean, a modern stealth submarine? Well, the answer is, you don't play by the old rules. You change the game completely. For 100 years, the whole point of a submarine has been to be a ghost, to be so quiet, so acoustically stealthy that you're basically a black hole to sonar. So, if you can't hear it, how in the world are you supposed to hunt it?
Simple. You look for something it can't hide. You stop listening for sound, and you start looking for a different kind of trail. See, when a giant metal tube like a submarine moves through the water, it actually disturbs the Earth's magnetic field. It leaves behind a magnetic wake. And here's the key. You can make a submarine quiet, but you can't make it magnetically invisible.
And this isn't just a theory on a whiteboard. Nope, the research shows that even one of the most advanced, most expensive subs out there, the American Seawolf class, leaves a magnetic trail that can be detected. This is a huge deal. It's a fundamental weakness that all that amazing acoustic stealth tech was never, ever designed to deal with.
So, let's put the pieces together. You take this brand new way of detecting submarines, and you combine it with a coordinated swarm of AI-powered drones. The implications are staggering. We're not just talking about a small upgrade here. This could literally redefine submarine warfare as we know it.
So the AI here isn't just driving the sub. Its job is to be the wise battle commander, as they put it. It's supposed to take in all the data, the magnetic signals, the sonar pings, even things like water temperature and currents, and fuse it all together into one crystal clear, real-time picture of what's happening. And then, it just relentlessly hunts its target.
And get this, the results from the computer simulations, they're jaw-dropping. We're talking a 95% success rate in finding target submarines. The AI could supposedly even figure out when a sub was trying to dodge, ignore any decoys it launched, and just keep on the hunt, updating its strategy on the fly.
And then there's this quote from the project's chief scientist, Lin Yang. It's pretty chilling. It just lays bare the cold, calculating reality of what we're talking about. An autonomous system built for a lethal job that could be told to execute a suicide mission, and it would do it without a moment's hesitation.
Which brings us back to the big question, the one that started all of this. For over a century, a submarine's greatest power has been its ability to disappear, to be invisible. But if these AI-powered swarms can sniff out those magnetic trails, does that mean the age of the undetectable submarine is finally over?
Thank you so much for joining us here at the Global WarWatch Network. I mean, this field of autonomous undersea warfare is moving at lightning speed, and you can be sure we'll be keeping a very close eye on it for you.
Hey, if you want to stay on top of stories like this, do us a favor and like, share, and subscribe to the Global WarWatch Network. And we genuinely want to know what you think. Is this a game changer? Let us know in the comments below. And of course, you can find us on all the social media platforms. The links for all that are right down in the description.